But then real quick, I also want to get from you guys, I know it's been over an hour. So I know Alfredo mentioned it, that we didn't get a lot of Bruce Wayne. And I didn't mind it so much, but also who Batman is Batman and Bruce Wayne. He's able to help the world out both ways. You know what I mean? So him like kind of cutting it back, maybe because it's the whole early kind of vibe. I get it. So I'm not too upset about that, where he just wants to be Batman and screw Bruce Wayne. I'm cool with that, but also it's like at no point was he's like, oh wait, I could do a lot more stuff with Batman as well, or as Bruce Wayne. In this one, I felt Bruce Wayne was more of a plot point than a character, if that makes any sense. You know, like everything that happened with Bruce was just to help Batman, and it wasn't both the same person, kind of. You know what I mean? I don't know. How'd you guys like Bruce Wayne? The little bit that we saw of Bruce in this one.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's only in like what 2 scenes, I think. The church scene, and then he went to Falcone to see if what was his father was true. I think that was about it, right?
Yeah. Oh, and then the Alfred in the hospital.
Well, yeah,
which is where we got the most lore of Bruce Wayne. Besides that, yeah. So yeah, the 3. But what do you think about him though? Was he utilized well?
It was different. I was talking to Braden about that too when we got done watching the movie. I was like, it really wasn't Bruce Wayne that much. But like you said, that could just be because it's his second year and he's probably still was obsessed with like, I'm just gonna be Batman all the time, and he just probably wasn't. I mean, even if you look at Batman Begins, he technically wasn't Bruce Wayne until the end of that movie too.
Yeah,
because he left.
Even in Dark Knight Returns, which is what made me think about it, was like in Dark Knight Returns, he's like, well, Batman needs to die so the city can be good. So therefore, I can't be Batman. So F it. I don't want to be Bruce Wayne either. So he became like, locked up in his house because they're the same person. To him, they're 2 halves of the same coin. So he can't be one. Then he's not going to bother being both. Where here, this one was all Batman. So I don't know. What about you guys, Braden?
Well, I feel like he doesn't know how to help as Bruce yet. Like, and also when the Riddler pointed out, like when you have your mask on, that's when you feel like you're that person. Like he doesn't, like he's more Batman than he is Bruce Wayne at this point. And I think like the talk he had with the soon to be mayor at the funeral about him helping the city and this and that, like I think things like that in the end of the movie will get him to be able to help as Bruce. But like right now, I think he's just so entrenched in being Batman and trying to fix things that way. Like he doesn't know how to do anything as Bruce.
Yeah. See that. Will, Brian, when you guys,
Brian, he's a young guy, so like, especially when you're in those formative ages, like when you're, I don't know about you guys, but from 18 to 23, I didn't know what the hell I was doing in my life. Even when I did know, I still didn't know what the hell I was doing in my life. So it's like he hasn't become that person yet. He's not sure of himself yet. He doesn't know how he's going to do anything. So I mean, it just kind of makes sense that he's just Batman. He's still figuring out this whole Bruce Wayne thing because he's been out of spotlight. He doesn't really want to be in the spotlight. So how do you do both things without being planned? And he's not smart enough right now. He's not even as I said, he's not even a good detective yet. He's figuring these things out. He's taking steps to get there. And I like that about it. I think that they're showing that he's not a finished product. How do you get from point A to point B? You have to walk there. You gotta get there, bitch. You can't just bam, Batman, I'm here. He's coming where he is from these things. We've seen the formative years. I think that's good.
Well said.
What about you, Will?
So yeah, we didn't see much Bruce Wayne. That upset me a little bit, but as pretty much Brian said everything I wanted to say. That he's still trying to figure out who he is. And by doing that, he wanted to kind of stay in the shadows and find out and not make an ass of himself as Bruce Wayne. To where, like, he wanted to find out more as Batman, which he's right now at this point. He feels in his head that he's a better Batman than Bruce Wayne. He doesn't care about his company. He doesn't care to, have these meetings with the future mayor and whatnot. I just feel like, as a young hothead, everyone thinks that they're always right, that they're always trying to do what they think is right. and him not being Bruce Wayne the way I guess everyone in the audience wants him to be is kind of done on purpose, even though I don't like it. I wanted to see more Bruce Wayne, but I think he's just trying to figure out what he's trying to do first. And I think in the next Batman movie or two, if possible, if there's a two, he will find that balance. I think he'll find the balance in the next movie.
Then we got the Gadunk guys. What is up, Gadunk? So if you're watching live, go check them out. They're a movie review channel as well. Plus, they do a lot of reality TV and other stuff like that. Check them out. They're super awesome. They did their review of Batman. But they said Pattinson was a terrible Bruce Wayne. I agree. We kind of talked about that. One of the best Batman and one of the worst Bruce Wayne, which is weird. Yeah.
What fixed the movie?
Well, I think he'll get redemption in the second movie as Bruce, but
I think so. I hope so. I think they need to. Which is, I mean, I didn't mind having so much of Batman because he was badass, but also part of who Batman is Bruce Wayne. So, and then the whole emo thing, like Fredo said, I was surprised he wasn't wearing like a My Chemical Romance like shirt, as he rolled up to the funeral.
So. I could see him and I could think of Little Nicky. I was like, oh,
Little Nicky. Yeah.